Hello, hello. How's everybody doing out there? That's right, Peasant Chat coming at you. A lot of you asked why is it called the Peasant Chat? Well, simple. I used to do, excuse me, paid chats every other day, but on Sundays, because a lot of the people were getting mad that their chats were being not noticed when I used to get a lot of paid chats. Now that has completely gone away because of the membership program. Nothing wrong with that. I still don't get me wrong. I still would love your money, but I said, let me just open it up on Sundays so that everyone can get their questions answered. And since the membership program has kind of replaced the paid questions, we went ahead and just made this chat a paid chat, but the name stuck. The Peasant Chat name stuck. Today, what we're going to talk about is GT500 progress. A lot of you guys that follow me know that on Instagram, I posted a couple of stories of me putting the engine in the GT500 and installing the T56. I ended up going with Bondlebird's spec clutch initially for break-in. I'm going to see how that performs. I have a McLeod. It was free, guys. It was free. McLeod 1200 clutch, but again, I don't really have a lot of hope for those clutches. The fuse is going to end up being more than likely a bias ply tire in the back until I can afford 5/8 studs and maybe potentially down the road a adjustable long arm style clutch like a Black Magic. But again, that is big money, and I don't know if this car is going to mainly be a street car, which I think it's going to be. So a diaphragm clutch will work for now. If I can bust off an 8-second quarter mile pass in the GT500, that's all I need to do, because this car is not going to competitively be campaigned anyway. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. We'll also talk about Greg Kong. That's right, Greg Kayasayan, the guy who pretty much ports blowers, offers 2650 swaps for ZR1s. He hooked up with LMP of MD. They built him a badass 427. I think it's solid roller motor. And the other day it went 850. That is the quickest and fastest stick shift ZR1 on the planet by like a couple of tenths. Now, I don't know if it's the overall quickest and fastest. I think if you put a glide in that car or a Turbo 400, probably Turbo 400, it'll go, 790, but it'll be gay. So I appreciate that he's out there doing it with a stick shift. So before we do anything else, we're going to make sure Bill O'Reilly says hello to the people.
Okay. We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
That's right, Bill O'Reilly, it does suck. So we'd like to thank the sponsors, the people that keep the disco ball rolling. Two Auto Solutions in Puerto Rico, Two Auto Solutions on YouTube, Instagram. Check out his stuff. He's building motors now. Race Motive, PPG, Bellac wheels, Forge Line wheels, big wings, nice paint, fast cars, Race Motive. DNA High Performance, DNAHighPerformance.com. Again, you can't really go out there and advertise the rock bottom deals, but hit up DNA High Performance for all your go fast needs. DNAHighPerformance.com, DNA High Performance on Instagram. PartsFarm.com. We are eyeballing a ZR1 on Copart. Bro, I'd love to pick that up, but I don't know what's going on with it. Conk Performance, again, congrats on running 850. We'll show that video in a second. Conk Performance. Ultimate Header, UltimateHeader.com. Ultimate Headers on Instagram. PMAS, Nick James, PMAS, the best cold air intake. The only cold air intake should go on any Coyote or any Mustang, period. Caliber Transmission, CaliberTransmission.com. Caliber Transmissions on Instagram. He's going to start actually doing his own builds. He put a lift in his shop. So now I'm hoping that he can offer transmission. See, now that's the problem with this whole LGBTQ shit. They took off everything that we know, like normal talk, normal speak has been gone because now you can't say trans swap anymore. Andy Ali, 2000 MCRT, Sikorsky, Minibag Madman were the first four to get on. Monty 540, Joe Swish, Darren Harper, Reflex GS, Slow Sean, Coyote Kelly, Richard Whedon, Sam Morales, Dunn, 523, Minibag Madman, ATX Cobra, Cuomo, Donkey Mac, Corey B, JD Swag, says, how far are you going with that 212? What's he talking about? Miguel Lucio, Brian 03 Cobra, Kemi Callister, Coyote HD, All Things, Boost says, hello, Poors, Minibag again, James NJ, Chris Anderson, Tone 2SS, Rican 50, Sabar, Montner, Double R, Minibike, Infamous, Boost Willis, Eric Bardrin, LG, 94 GT Vert, Travis, Matt Oliver, Craig Walls, TJ Sikorsky, Nat Jew, Gray Mustang says, yo, yo. More Pews, more Boost, Willie E, the Booty Warrior, Harley Taquache Mode, and Diego. Edwin Martinez, what's up, brother? Douche did it, says it's my youngest son's birthday today. Thank goodness for this show. Happy birthday to the little man. Chivas Adventures, Alex Vallejo, Mohammed, Lex Luthor, Andrew Villescas, 305 RS3. Wait a minute. Did you change your name from 305 F-150 to 305 RS3? Leon Phelps, Eli, Second Shift Racing, Javier, Betty, Monty 540, Thunder Biscuit, Phil Fez, Cesar Esparza. Buenos dias. Saludos. Chirac, home of NASCAR. Angry. Saturn. JD Swag says Alex Instagram handle will be Alex T56. No, I should change it. T56 Alex. T56 for life. Revit Racing, your average 01, Eli, Tony, All Things Boost, Joe Jackson, Stephen Gardner, Juan, Lava, Roush, and all the usual suspects. Hello. So, let's go to Facebook. The ZR1 Everything Forum. Greg Kong, ZR1, Stick Shift 427, built by Late Model Performance of Maryland at an MIR rental 1900 or 1600 DA, definitely hot, no super duper low DA. Looks like they stuffed the 29-inch tire back there, drag radial, which, you know, it's fine because they're not looking like if it had a bias ply, it would probably sway too much. So they're doing their best. I think a slipper clutch on this thing would be just killer dumb. Like it would lower the 210. It'd be an 830 car probably with a slipper style, long arm style clutch. So anyway, without further ado, listen up.
There it is.
852. Look at the mile an hour, guys. 175. Not 150, not 130, 175 at the top of fourth. Serious mile an hour. I mean, my God, you want to talk about a car that is making absolute sauce. So it's stock computer. I mean, that is nuts. And if I'm not mistaken, blower only. Now, Greg pretty much proves that you don't need to competitively drag race a goddamn thing. All you have to do is run a number. In 2023, racing and winning does not matter. In the world that we live in, pushing product is what matters. You need to sell a product. So what better way of selling a product than to say, my blowers make power, Late Model Performance of Maryland really knows how to put a combo together. It probably has their ice tank. It probably has a bunch of proprietary stuff that most of you don't even know about. But the fact that it runs a number and that's all he has to do. Now, he has a hater on the ZR1 Everything forums. This freaking guy, Franco or whatever, like that guy hates on Greg no matter what he does. No matter what Greg does. But on that one, he needs to sit down and shut the fuck up. 850, 175 with the Kong blower built by LMP of MD. The proof's in the pudding. Again, you do not have to competitively drag race anything on the planet. All you have to do is run a number. And that's what I want to do with the GT500. Once I get the GT500 going, I'm going to try to go to the track and run an 8. That's it. I don't need to run an 8 in NMRA. I don't need to run competitively at Mod Nationals. That is a complete waste of time. I want to run an 8 in the GT500 to know that it can, and then it'll be a street car. AC, nice wheels, choppity chop around, on Sundays. And if I ever get froggy once or twice a year, go to the track, shake it down. But this whole crazy notion of building a car of that capacity to competitively drag race it, thinking that that's going to somehow propel you or springboard you into stardom, you are absolutely psycho. I'll give you an example. I think Valley 10 Speed's rise to popularity was very good. He goes out there with an ESS supercharged Gen 3, stock motor, beats a lot of cars that he probably should not be beating. Whipple cars, turbo cars, Bill Camaros, exotics. He was having a bunch of fun to the point where people are like, I'm not going to race him. He's got me covered. So you know what he does? He gets his street cred. Then he says, you want to get built by me, and I offer Lund Racing tuning services. Let's do it. And you parlay your hooning stuff into a business. You do not need to hit up. If you think that you're going to go to NMRA or any streetcar takeover or anything and do the whole circuit, meaning race 4 or 5 times a year, buy a trailer, buy a big outfit, hedging your bets on drag racing competitively to make more, I get to validate what you can do, it's wrong. All you have to do is go to a rental, run one number, and say, my product makes power. Buy it from me. And then if you want to competitively drag race it, have at it, son. But I think a lot of people get confused. They think they have to actually win races. Like races. Guys, I know guys that won stick shift at Texas 2K that were a second and a half slower. That didn't prove anything to me except that they're consistent but slower. Now, if Granis can get that program super dialed in, right? Let's say Granis Racing can run 6.8 consistent as hell. You don't think that car would dominate? See, Joel Steele had the absolutely most lethal stick shift car on the planet. No idea why he sold it. I understand maybe money, but that car, which is now owned by Brett LaSala and has an auto behind it, was dialed. So he could go out there and competitively drag race it and win races. But the guy could not make that into like a business. He was a competitive drag racer. Now, if I was, let's say, selling suspension components, or if I was selling motor builds, right? TKM built that motor, but it was not wet deck. So a lot of street guys said, well, that's cool, but I'm a street car guy. So it has to be wet deck. To this day, I don't know of many Coyotes, wet deck, that can run 6s consistently. I know people say one guy, I understand, but I'm saying a lot of them consistent. There's not many. So that guy, Joel Steele, was drag racing, and he was a drag racer, and that's what he wants to do. But I think he has a business that has nothing to do with drag racing. But Greg has a blower porting business. He has blowers. He has lids. He has tensioners. He has all these parts he can sell. And all he has to do is go out there and run one number and make a bunch of money. Shout out to him, and shout out to LMP of MD for building it, recommending coilovers, recommending clutches, recommending a whole bunch of stuff, and getting it down the track. And Greg for driving it. Shout out for Greg. He actually drove that thing. Diaphragm style clutch, no slipper situation, driving it like a man. I love it. So we'll talk about that. Talk about the video I released on Friday. Stick shift S550 build series, where I outlined 10, 9s, and 8s. A lot of people thought that there's no way you can run 8s in a IRS Mustang. Absolutely you can. You just need a lot of horsepower, a aggressive clutch, and a lot of money, because you're going to break a lot of stuff along the way. So it's a little bit more difficult to do it in a Mustang, but I think possible. Absolutely possible. The ZR1 Greg has is probably 3,400 pounds by the time it's fully loaded. If you can get an SF50 Mustang down to that weight, sure. I think with 1,100, 1,200 horsepower, you should be good to go. That was a rocket, absolutely. That's just plain mean, badass. No two-step, no nothing, 6 mile an hour. Yeah, someone asked me, who does Alex's makeup before the show? I don't know of a lot of people that understand how difficult it is to hold an RPM without a two-step. And I don't want like someone like Greg's car launching off a two-step. It'll just blow the tires off. Hey-o. It'll just go, wah! So you need to kind of slip the clutch as best as you can, the fuse. And people say, why is he revving it like that? Why is he, He wasn't revving it. He was trying to hold an RPM and get the slip right. So if you get in a 1,300 horsepower blower car, go ahead and try to keep the RPMs at 2,000 RPMs. Go ahead and attempt to keep the RPM steady at 2, 25, 3, or 3,500 RPMs. It's almost damn near impossible. Matt Oliver says haters are the best. They always giving attention, the exact opposite of what they're trying to do. Correct. If you're a true hater, you shut up. If you're an absolutely true hater, you don't even give anybody any shine. You say, I hate him so much, I ain't even gonna watch him. I'm not even gonna make fun of the fact that he ran a good number. How many of you saw me make fun of many other tuning companies, which are now probably slowly dying off? You started to see it. You started to see a lot of people slowly die off. Did I go out there and make a whole show about how this tuner sucks? I know they suck, but generally I didn't go out of my way to name names unless it was just one person who literally was caught red-handed stealing. So we said, okay, there is no positive way of, looking better by a negative sell. But a lot of other tuners say, Lund sucks, my tune's better. Lund sucks, my tune's better. Why don't you just be better? Run a 6, run a 7-0, run a 9, whatever. Run a badass number. And then when you do that, then you can say, or at least show that you're better. So someone like me doesn't go out of my way to hate on other tuners. I hate on other YouTube channels, but to point out how stupid they are, but it probably does the opposite effect. So I understand where you're coming from. Consistent 850 stick car is enough to sweep classes. I agree. Because if Granis goes out there, Joel Steele in his old stick car, Grubworm, Alex Martinez, shout out to him, got his car running again. And I want to see Yandro back. Yandro had one of the most lethal, fast stick shift cars back in the day. Slipper style clutch, that motherfucker would hook in places you didn't think things could hook. And he was a 7-second car, 740s I think he went. And I don't know, life got in the way maybe. Maybe life got in the way because it is an expensive hobby. Is it seriously expensive hobby? So maybe life got in the way. He's married, he's got kids, so he can't just go out there and just blow money on cars because it is how much does it cost to campaign a 7-second stick car every summer? Every fall, every spring, summer, and fall, which is like 7 months of racing. A stick shift car, you're going to probably have to refresh the motor a couple of times in that season. You're probably going to go to 3 transmissions and maybe a couple of clutches. So fully built, face-plated T56s are $10,000. I'm saying PPG, G-Force gear set, mine was 10 grand. That's how I know how much they cost. And then a Black Magic clutch. You're talking what, $3,500 to $5,000, okay? And then you're talking about the time, effort, entry fee, fuel, lodging. You are into racing a stick shift 7-second car into the 10s, 20, 30, 40, maybe $50,000 between March and October. Just to campaign the car, maybe more if you hit up more than 6 or 7 races. So understand, eventually the family's going to go, this is crazy. This is crazy. You are spending money on a hobby that is not making you a dime. And you don't have a product that campaigning warrants. So I think if you have Granis, I think has a T56 business, right? He has, and Tick Performance has a business. But if you don't have a business attached to your racing outfit, I don't think it makes that much sense, to be honest with you. I think one runner number does more damage than campaigning every day. Try holding an RPM when data logging, exactly. Yandro's been quiet, but he's still getting the car together. Yeah, but I think life got in the way. I think Yandro, I love him. I think he's going to sell that car. And again, I'm just speculating. I don't have talks with the guy. I think he's going to sell that car. Because, boy, you got to understand, man, the moment you're married with kids, I'm not that guy. No one tells me to do. Again, I'm not saying he does. But if I want to spend money on my car, I spend money on my car. Right? But I do have an internal regulator that says, coño, Alex, that's a lot of money. You want to get into a house first. So that's why the GT500 isn't going to get saucy stuff. If I somehow can keep the GT500 and end up in a house. That would be a miracle. But if I can somehow pull that off, I think that would be the best case scenario. But let's be honest, that is a big chunk of change sitting there that I could probably cash out and get into a house a lot easier. Neo Mustangs has a turbo SBF stick shift Fox. He uses the same throttle stabbing technique to launch with no two-step. He's an absolute beast, very consistent. I think he runs low 8s. Evil 04 SVT Cobra says, Alex, is Lund Tuning 21 Plus F-150s also the new version of the Roush blower still suck? Every Roush blower. What? Did they change something on 21 Plus? Because I think it's the same. If it has the throttle body in the front, no Roush 2650 is worth a shit. And yes, we are tuning 21 and up F-150s in a case-by-case basis. Look, we are limited by the software. We are limited by a bunch of things. If we get, certain people back in camps, I think we could really kill it. Did you see Greg slip? The car cut a 1.38 and it had a 229 first gear and picked up 45 miles an hour out the back door. Yes, I did see that. That is turbo back half stuff. But I think it back half so badass because it didn't front half so badass. If that car cuts a 129 and a sick 330, I think the back half would be closer to high 30s than low 40s or mid 40s. Damn, just got here late I'm as late as a GT500 build, right? So the GT500 motor, I put it in. Someone said on the chat, no way you're going to put that in with the headers installed. And I did. I'll show you in a time lapse how I did it. Not now, but on a video. But again, that video is going to be, you will not see a video on the GT500 until it starts. Once it starts, boom, I put up a video. But I'm going to have a lot of small clips of me putting it together. Again, guys, 100% by myself. Nobody's helping me. I don't have a bunch of boys over here helping me out. I am 100% dolo doing this fucking thing. So once that is all set, I will get you guys some content based on that. And once it's rolling and everything, we'll see. But man, it would be really nice to get that sucker driving under its own power, stick shift. I think it'd be cool. It'll be interesting to see how the throttle body feels. Junior has been working with Senior's GT500 for a new calibration for throttle sensitivity with super duper build stuff. And I'd love to get on that file so the throttle doesn't feel as long. But if the throttle feels okay to me, I'll leave it alone. Zenith Clark says, if you don't have a business, you better be involved in illegal activities to fund it. Right. Racing is an insanely expensive venture. And if you think racing competitively in series is going to springboard your business, you are lying to yourself. Get a Billy Badass. Okay, what is my business, right? Everyone at Lund has a bit of a side hustle. But my side hustle is this, which I would love for it to become the main hustle one day. But as seeing as, two of you, or three of you guys, actually a lot of you guys are members. And let me look at the likes. This will tell me everything. 101 likes. So less than 50% people actually like the stream. So I know this will never be the main hustle because people just don't like the show, meaning they watch it, but they don't click the like button. What do I need to make this channel pop? If the Fox runs 10s NA, which it will, it went 898, 60 to 130. It's making power. It makes 450 wheel. Bro, it's going to run 1099. If the GT500 runs 8s and if the ZR1 gets into the 4s, 60, 130, that does more for me than if I campaign either vehicle in any series. It does way more for me. If I go 8s in the GT500 at a rental, mission accomplished. People want to see the combo. Alex built a combo. Yeah, you can't say a shop built it for me. Alex built a combo that went 8s stick. Look, Alex literally fixed a bunch of stuff on a notch that had good potential and got it running 10s NA. And look, Alex put the headers on his own ZR1, installed the blower, installed the injectors, tuned it with help. Of course, I'm not going to say I wasn't helped, but tuned it. So all these vehicles are all me. And if I actually run numbers in them on a rental, that makes the channel better. Campaigning them doesn't. Which company hits 1 trillion market cap first? Tesla or Apple? Apple, in my opinion. Is Lund open tomorrow? Waiting on the base soon? Yes, we are open tomorrow. But I think Brandon is out. But I'm working. Dakota, Junior, everyone else is working. Alex Flores is DJ Khaled of cars. I don't know what that means. Did the parts firm ever get you a set of pedals and the shift boot bezel? Yes. Not the boot bezel, but the pedals. They got me the pedals. I still have to get a shifter. I'm going to see if Tick Performance has a T56 shifter. I think they do. I'm going to hit them up and say, hey, I want a shifter. No, I don't want any preferential treatment because I don't want to owe you anything. But they seem to have really good stuff. So I'm going to head over there and check it out. I got the cross member. So today I'm going to finish bolting up the trans. By the way, I got the transmission up there by hand. Oh my God, it sucked. Try to go in the morning and do a chest day, a push day, and then try to put in a T56 on the ground. Now, the best thing I ever did was mock everything up on the ground. I had the motor on the engine stand, clutch, bell housing, and then I took the trans, boom, slipped in place. It has 2 dowels, thank God. And then I said, okay, if it went in here, it should go in underneath. And sure enough, after I was able to push it up, and I got that on video, got it in. So I'm going to finish bolting everything up. Got the slave cylinder in there. Got it tightened down. Yeah, everything's going pretty good. I just have to eventually just keep chugging. There's going to be the electrical is going to be have to be messed with. I got to redo the electrical when it comes to the pump, the neutral safety switch. There's a bunch of stuff I still have to do. And the pedal. The pedal has to still work like stock where if it's not engaged, the car can't turn over. So I got to probably get with Jake on that. Matt Class says, morning Theo, running late after the gym. Time to catch up on the peasant chat. Get the likes up, peasants. I don't race. I just want to go fast. Should have stuck with 2 wheels. Start rate talking like Cletus. How much engine work did the GT500 need? I have done a S197 engine install on Jackson's by myself in Georgia summer. I know how fun that is. So Keith Ray, shout out to Keith Ray of Lund Racing. He said, hey, you got options. The cylinder walls look okay. We could hone them and put the stock pistons back in there. We could recoat the pistons and put them back in there. And we're going to fix the chains. But he gave me like 5 options. He said, all stock front chain stuff, replace it. And then, make sure the cams are good, polish what needs to be polished, and just put it back together the cheap way. Or plan B, recoat the pistons, brand new AccuFab chain stuff, polish the cam journals and stuff and good. Or all the way, new pistons, higher compression, AccuFab stuff, and that's the option I opted for, the more expensive option. Because if I'm going to build it, let's try to build it once. Let's try to make the most power possible with the least boost possible. I previously had 10-to-1 compression pistons in the car. Now it has 12-to-1 compression stuff in there. And I don't want to need 30 PSI or 25 plus PSI to make 1100 or 1200. All I really want to do is make about 1100 at about 20 PSI. So it should do it with the TVS and the current setup with the 12-to-1 compression pistons at about 18 PSI. Now, I still have the Whipple 4.5. If this car is running 890, 880 and taking off great, I can shove the Whipple in there, get another 100 or 200 horse out of it at minimal boost because the displacement alone will help. The 4.5 liter will help just with more air. So if I can make 1100 on 18 or 20 PSI on a TVS, or with 18 PSI on a Whipple, I can make 1250, 1300. I'm going to do that. And the IATs theoretically would stay on the low side. And if I could do that and run deep into the 8s, but if it goes 8.99, I'll be happy. But if I put the blower on there, the 4.5, make another 150, 200 horse, IATs are happy, and I run an 870, hell yeah, I'll try that. But again, once it does that, put some nice wheels on it, AC, choppity chop, go to dinner, just have a nice fast car that I know can get after it. But I'm not looking to campaign it. I already answered that question, Matt. I meant Meta or Tesla, Alex. Sorry, Apple is already like a 3 trillion. Tesla. Tesla will be at 1 trillion before Meta. Meta's stupid. Really looking forward to the Notch content. I have 351 Windsor, my 69 Falcon. The Windsors aren't as popular out here in Australia, right? Everything's Cleveland or Cleaver down there. Any recommendations on the rear setup? Suspension setup on a Whipple Gen 2 swap and a new edge. Just upgraded the rear end, but still have all stock setup, not non-drag car. Okay, non-drag car, if you want something that performs and handles well, you're going to have to talk to Maximum Motorsports. I wouldn't really go to UPR stuff if you're going to go with like something that is a road-going, everyday, fun, turns, stops, everything. I would really hit up Maximum Motorsports. They are badasses when it comes to quality, road racing / just touring, which is just cruising around, suspension setups, and they're badass. Kudos for doing that alone, Alex. That's no small feat. Joe Jackson, thank you. I appreciate that. Look, it's tough. I'm not going to lie to you. And when I tell you I lose 5 to 6 pounds every time I'm out there, I am not lying to you guys. I wake up at 220 and I come here at 215 by the time it's all done. If I wake up at 218 and then 213, I lose 5 pounds of sweat. I try to hydrate as much as possible, but it is 90 plus. The feels like is over 100 because of the humidity. I have fans and water. I get it. I appreciate that. But it's just so much the body can take, and you got to get shit done. Once I start getting a little delirious, that's when I take a break, walk away, eat, come back at it. So yesterday I stopped at 2. I could have kept going till 8. But I'm like, why? What the hell am I doing? I don't want to kill myself. So I started at 9, ended at 2, and then I had a normal afternoon. So it was actually nice. Real men put transmissions in by themselves on the ground. How far out is the GT500 video? I don't know. When the GT500 starts, that's when I'll upload a video. Tick does have a Magnum XL shifter. It's on sale right now for Independence Day. I will buy it tonight. Let's go check it out together. Tick Performance T56 shifter. Yeah, I'll buy it right now. Oh no, I don't want to buy from anyone but Tick Performance. I am not gonna buy it for anyone, from anyone but Tick. Fuck the dealers. They can eat my ass. Oh, they got adjustable clutch masters, bro. I gotta look at their stuff. Ben Callender is my transmission man. But they have a bunch of T56 stuff that I have to look into. Oh, here we go. F-Body Universal Mid-Shift Kit for T56. Tick Performance Billet. Well, see, I don't even know which one I need. Oh, they have a C6. Do they have a C6? Wow, they do have a C6, like a ZR1 style shifter. Oh, look at that. $530. Jesus. I mean, get what you paid for. Is there a Magnum 6-bolt Magnum T56 shifter? $269. So let's look at it together. This is what they got going on here. Let's get the sponsored out of the way for now. Okay. So this is a 6-bolt T56 Magnum shifter. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look special. It looks like a regular. I mean, I thought it'd be like badass, but it's just like basic. I thought it'd be like cool. Like, I don't know, some adjustability or something. It's just a regular bitch ass shifter. But I didn't know they had this. C6 billet assembly short throw shifter, which I need for the Corvette. My Corvette shifter is sloppy dick. Short throw shifter assembly. Does it fit ZR1? C6 compatible with C6, C7 shift knobs. Heyo. I wonder if this is actually also available for the ZR1, but I think it's the same. TR6060. Yeah, okay, good. So, okay, I'll look into them. I'll look into Tick Performance shifters because I am not running an MGW. Like, literally never. You won't catch me dead with a fucking MGW on my shit. No way. Oh, what do you mean, Alex? Everyone in the Coyote forum says it's great. Well, I'm not everyone in the Coyote forums. Yogan Lake says, everything you said about racing is 100% true. Some people just love throwing away money. Look, if you love racing, okay. Name racers that were super hardcore racing and then just went away one day to the next. Like, you used to see guys racing all the time. The De Silva name was a big racing name back in the day. Canadian fellas, if I'm not mistaken, right? Then no one's ever heard of him again. No, right? Maybe they still race, but remember when muscle Mustangs and fast forwards mattered? Like, that shit doesn't matter anymore. And I would wake up I would go to Barnes & Noble every month and see if they had a brand new Muscle Mustangs and Fast Forwards magazine. Pre-internet days. Not pre-internet days like, 94, but I'm saying like 2000. The internet was weird, but now you wouldn't catch me dead You wouldn't catch me dead picking up a Muscle Mustangs and Fast Forwards magazine. Why? 9 times out of 10, it's just articles, it's just opinion articles. It's not really fact-based. It's just opinion articles, in my opinion. So when you see and you're in it, like when I got in the industry, half of the stuff that I read on magazines was absolute horseshit. Absolute horseshit. Because the magazine article writers depend on people like, listen to this, me. That's right. Someone like me to give them the down low. But you had people that were probably popular and were being steered to certain businesses. How many businesses advertise on Muscle Mustangs and Fast Forwards that were flim-flam men and shops that were taking your money and dipping and running? But you would think because the magazine, you open it up and you go, well, they're advertising here, so they must be good. Yeah, I'd like to have my car fully built at your shop because you're at the middle of the best Ford magazine on the planet. You go there, they screw you over. And I'm like, this whole book is bullshit. This whole book is lies. Florida heat is wild. I couldn't throw that motor in a car with that heat. I did it, no problem. Northerners do hot yoga. Southerners go outside and nature does the rest. The Corvette shifters just came out, which is why they're so expensive. Tick Performance. I will buy a C6 shifter and I will buy a T56 Magnum shifter because I don't want to run anything else. You guys, and this is the smart thing about Tick Performance, right? They campaign their stuff and you see Grubworm and people that run their stuff and you're like, well, they must know what the hell they're doing. They're getting down. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. But the actual racing helps their business. Whereas someone that does not have a business, let's say I have a pool business. I install pools for a living. I make a big company. But I really love racing. I would need to be making so much money in the pool business that I need a tax offset. Then I'll throw $50,000 to $100,000 a year into my racing program. That has nothing to do with anything. But you know what I'm going to put on the side of my car? Alex's Pools. YDBT Pool Service. YDBT Pool Service? Why is he out here racing? Because it's a tax write-off. And that I would understand. But if you're just a guy, an electrician, just a guy that has no racing ties to anything, it would be absolutely retarded of you to go out there and campaign a vehicle that costs $50,000 to $100,000 to run all season, and you are literally working to race when there is no money in racing. It's crazy to me. I remember your old shifter Harvey made for the black car. It looked terrible, but it worked. It did look terrible, but it worked. Corey B, shoot me your credit card info. Yeah, Bob Kurgan. Remember those names? Bob Kurgan used to hear. How many of y'all would see Mike Murillo race and you're like, boy, I got to get my car tuned by him? Like someone said to me when I first started tuning Coyote stuff back in the VMP days, like I worked for like 4 months for Lund. That story I think can be told now. The story of how the first stint at Lund went, I think can be told now. I think it's close to being time to be able to say, boom, this is what's up. And then I went to VMP because of their sales guy. Not sales guy. I forget his name. BJ McCarty. Hit me up. So anyway, I get off track here. A guy hit me up. He goes, hey, I got my Coyote tuned by Mike Murillo and it's not running right. And I'm like, why the fuck did you get your Coyote tuned by Mike Murillo? No offense to Mike Murillo. He's probably, he's going through some stuff right now. But if I wanted my Outlaw Holly, big inch Ford single turbo car tuned, yeah, I'd go to Mike Murillo. He's got it down. You guys got a great program. But if I want my JLT NA Coyote 6R80 car to be tuned, I'm not going to go to a guy that doesn't have a huge background in the Coyote game. And I got criticized for that when the LS versus Coyote shootout. So the LS versus Coyote shootout was great. They had a guy, and again, he's a nice guy. not a Coyote tuner. And they put a LS motor together, NA, and it looked like it had good parts in it. And then they take a Coyote motor out of a F-150. They shove comp cam stage 3s in it, a K&N 85 millimeter or 90 millimeter cold air intake with a Boss intake manifold. I go, who the hell thought that combo was proper? You're telling me a Boss intake with cams and a 95 millimeter cold air intake with comp cams and an F-150 bottom end is comparable to a well-built cammed LS3 with good heads? Please, please, please. So I criticized it. And they got mad. They said that I'm just talking. I'm sorry. You guys know enough. People on this chat know enough that I would say don't even fuck with cams until you get a Cobra Jet in there. And the intake has to be at least 120 millimeter. I was blown away at the build. I'm going to put greener on this side of my Cybertruck. I do landscaping because I'm Mexican, Holmes. That's my Florida retirement plan, being a pool boy. Look, if you're into pools or HVAC, you will thrive in Florida. But there's a lot of competition, ton of competition. So people come down to Florida and they think they're going to be working as an electrician. Nope. Oh, I'm going to go construction. Not unless you're in Miami and you want to get into some Cuban mob shit. Go ahead. When you come down to Florida, you will make money landscaping. You will make money. You literally buy a truck and landscaping equipment and go door to door. You will make money, but you're going to have to hustle for it. But if you're into pools or landscaping or HVAC, bro, you can thrive down here. Or boat repair. Billy Glidden, right? Remember Skinny Kid race cars? Billy Glidden, Mike Murillo, Kurgan. You don't hear him. You don't hear him anymore. The champ is here. The king has returned. I don't know who he's talking about. Or fertilizing grass. Exactly. I used to love that magazine. A lot of magazine writers are a part of the Baltron. Yes. The problem with Muscle Mustangs and Fast Fords is once you see who is in the pocket of the writers, you go, oh, you're bought and paid for. Fucking dog hair. You're bought and paid for by the companies. And how do I know that? Because I literally saw with my own eyes. Somebody requested a monthly nut to write favorable articles of a company. And I said, wait a minute. Imagine this platform. You sponsor it, right? 2 Auto, Parts Farm, Race Motive, DNA, Kong, Calamars, PMAS, Ultimate Header. That's about a third of the amount of people that have tried to advertise on my channel. The reason all the other people don't show up on my channel is because I don't believe in their products. I don't have a personal relationship with them. They've done shady shit in the past, and I want nothing to do with them. The people that you see on this banner right here are legit people. And imagine if I put people on here that screw people over. If I started putting stuff here that screwed people over, or if I found out any of these guys screwed people over, they're gone. Or if they didn't appreciate what this channel can bring them and they just took it for granted, they're gone too. Me sitting here with the stage 3 cams and a Boss Manny on a stock 16 throttle body. Yeah, that's crazy. That's just the dumbest setup ever. Bolton Hose, baby. Mach 1 P1X 650 only runs 922, 60 to 130 is my tune suspect. No, it's not your tune. I guarantee it's not your tune. Nuxo, what's the temperature? When did you make the dyno pull? Is it knocking in between the shifts? I guarantee that car is knocking in between the shifts, Nuxo, because my Vortec car on Sunoco 260 GT, my ESS car on Sunoco 260 GT went 680 at about 720 real horsepower. So I guarantee on the shifts, your car's knock sensors are going apeshit because it's a Procharger and it's probably a stage 2. It probably has an auxiliary idler mounted on the crank, extending the crank, the mounting hardware or bracketry, I guarantee is causing crazy resonance. I guarantee if I look at a shift log, your knock sensors are pegged at 10 on a shift. I guarantee it. Can we get a Turvy intro? Did Turvy show up? Oh my God. He actually showed up. Who knew? Just woke up. Hello, folks. Hey, Alex. You built the GT500, a Corvette, fixed the notch, bought a Cadillac, all in the time that it took me to mount the rear battery? Yes. I have done more in a year than Turvy has done in 3. Finally got the only Dark Horse. I'll buy Rich50. Congratulations on the Dark Horse logo. Again, guys, because this channel needs to grow, if you want to consider becoming a member, great. What do you get? Honestly, a logo and preferential treatment from me, and prize giveaways. You're going to get preferential treatment. Eventually, I'll start pumping out more members-only content. There's about 40 members-only videos on there currently. And again, your comment gets highlighted on every chat so that I get to it first. And on giveaways like Tuesdays, I give away only stuff to members. I don't give anything away to peasants. So that helps the channel grow, blah, blah, blah. It's a monthly nut. If you're not into it, I get it. But if you're into it, awesome. Carson's Cooling says, who wants a job doing AC West? Says Carson's Cooling. West Palm. There you go. If you're into AC at all and you need a job, there's always people hiring in AC stuff here, HVAC stuff. Truviate. Has anyone done an AJE K member on S197? K member, control arm, shocks, anything I'm missing? I've been checking them out, and if I plan to get a nice one, whoa. Don't get an S197. Finish your piece of shit first. Turvy, come on. Finish your car. Don't buy another project when you haven't finished one. What is this? Oh, I want to get into an S197. Let me guess, a 3.8. And then you're going to start saying how it's just as powerful as a Coyote. I want to see Turvy and the Pecker fight after Elon and Zuckerberg. Alex gets after the cars. Turvy gets after Waffle House and stick welding. Yes. Oh, sorry. You get stickers. Oh, my Lord. I totally forgot about the super stickers you get when you are a member. My favorite is still this one, Tony, Puro Pinche 956, My Face, and Takashi69. These are my favorite. Yes, you get access to custom emojis. Bucephalus needs your attention. Alex, what are you going to do when Turvy shows up in the ticket system? One day. Young Pop. 07 to 09 GT500 or 2012, 2013 Boss 302? What kind of a question is that? Dude, 12 to 13 Boss 302. Period. That is not even a proper comparison. That like the 12, 13 GT5, I'm sorry, the 12 to 13 Boss or 12 and 13 Boss, because they're different body styles, are light years ahead of an 07 to 09 GT500. What the fuck is the name of his car? It's Bucephalus. Like, you want to talk about someone who is on the spectrum? They'll name their non-running V6 car that they haven't finished. Look, the stuff that turns on with a key, you know, when you get in your car, you put your key in it and you go click, click. Your AC is active. Your ignition is active. Your fuel pump is active. Your interior lights are active. All that stuff that the car does stock with the key going forward, Turvy actually made it all turn on with a switch, which I'd love to see the rat's nest of wiring behind the dash. And the panel looks like it was done someone in special ed classes. Like, the stuff that turns on with the key, Turvy made them turn on with switches. So that means you go key on, then you go click, 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 click. And it's not like nitrous system, tank. No, it's like ignition. Ignition, fuel system, you know, the MSD box, the battery. It's just the dumbest shit ever. I find it awesome that the 956 emblem is there. Puro pinche 956 a la verga. Cuz. Oh no, I want an S197 for a daily. Could you imagine your daily is 10 seconds faster than the project car? Imagine he buys a 11 5-liter S197. He somehow can get Waffle House to like co-sign on the loan. So if he defaults on the loan, Waffle House now has a Coyote Mustang. And he's like, oh shit, this thing is like 10 seconds faster than the project car I'm building. Fuck, Alex was right all along. 2.3 liter Whipple rear feed for 2K. Is it worth it? No 2.3 liter Whipple is worth it. It is a dud. If you are going to get a Whipple, get the 2.9 rear feed. Do not even bother with the 2.3. Pre-flight checks, exactly. He gets a book out, and he's like, okay, fuel pump, ignition, dome light, windows. Why'd you put the windows on a switch? Well, it just didn't work with the key on, so I decided to rewire the whole thing. Yes, the Turvy's car is like the USS Enterprise. You gotta make sure the nacelles are up to a certain, power output. You gotta make sure that the gravity containment, the warp bubble. Come on, stop it. Turvy hitting switches like NASA. Technically, the car's finished. Oh, he said the car's finished. You mean like finished as if it's dead? Technically, the car is finished, he says. The power steering pump was leaking, and I used a wire too small for the fuel pump. So, did it catch on fire? He is the new beater bomb. Fake Elon did Turvy's switch panel. Daily faster than the race car. Matt Oliver says to Turvy, if you think race cars are a good investment, you're drinking a special Kool-Aid. You're doing something wrong with that mindset. Coyote sponsored by Waffle House. Has switches for the cup holders and the windshield wiper. I love Turvy. We need an update. Dilithium crystals. Check. Speaker wire. Check. This motherfucker said it's finished. I think, wait a minute. Listen to this. SpaceX attempted a launch, destroyed the pad, rebuilt the pad, fixed the tanks, poured new concrete, installed a water deluge system, all before Turvy could actually start his V6 project car. Think about that. Think about how unmotivated Turvy is. And he was like, I gotta work, man. Look, I have a very busy life. I got my main hustle, the Lund Racing thing, encompasses 70% of my brain because it's customers, it's work. You have to pay attention to that. Then you got to defend them online in case we're going to talk shit. So you're basically like, doing that all the time. Then I got this, and I do this 4 times a week. Then I got the Z01, the Notch, the Cadillac, the GT500. The Fairmont is still waiting in the wings somewhere too. That's look, once the GT500 gets running, my focus is going to be on that Fairmont. Obviously a house, or a warehouse. I'll either get a house or warehouse, one of those two. This motherfucker still hasn't gotten his car running. Finished as in it's no longer a crashed car. Then how the hell is it finished? You think finished is not crashed? Wow, then by those standards, Turvy, my Fairmont's finished. You said you were going to have a 352 road racing, 18 by 11s in the front or 18 by 12s in the front, 18 by 28s in the back. I don't know. You said you were going to have this crazy road racing Hennessy, which is hilarious. You would compare it to Hennessy style, Roush. And then you say, no, it's finished. Oh, it's finished? No. By finished, I mean it's not crashed anymore. Right, fishing line for a throttle cable. I'm telling you, Turvy saying that. Actually, let me see. Can I copy this? Let me see, copy. So I'm going to copy Turvy's stuff. And I'm going to go to 11labs.io. And I'm going to, in Shelby's voice, I'm going to copy paste what he said. And see how stupid it sounds. Okay, so this is Turvy's last comment in Carol Shelby's voice. Let's see.
Finished as in it's no longer a crashed car, not a completed project, but it's not crashed anymore.
Imagine Carroll Shelby saying, "Yep, I finished a project," and then he says,
Finished as in it's no longer a crashed car, not a completed project, but it's not crashed anymore.
Wow. Could you imagine? Where's the other Turvy comment? Let me see. Let me go back to more Turvy. Let me see. Here we go. Turvy out there racing. Okay. Copy. And this is, again, in Carroll Shelby's voice, this is what Turvy said.
11 Coyote Mustang? Hell no. I was asking about the age. I remember because I'm caught between an SBF swap or an FE swap for an S197, depending on which build I choose to do next.
I didn't even realize that Turvy said that. I'm caught between a small block Ford swap or an FE swap for it. I didn't even realize he said that.
11 Coyote Mustang? Hell no. I was asking about the age. I remember because I'm caught between an SBF swap or an FE swap for an S197, depending on which build I choose to do next.
I love how retarded he is. I absolutely love a small block Ford swap and an S197. You haven't even completed the V6. The current V6 motor in your Mustang isn't even running. And you're considering a small block or an FE? Did you think we were all going to be wowed by you saying FE? Oh, you're going to get after with an FE? Oh, like a 420 this or the FE swap? You sound so, and then he says Coyote, hell no, as if that sucks. But then he says small block Ford, which means 200 horsepower, 86 flat top piston small block Ford. Not a 427, 500 horse deal. And an FE swap is if it came in a van back in the 60s. Bro, this guy is retarded. But again, it wouldn't be Turvy unless he said absolutely. And I love the fact that it's in Carroll Shelby's voice. Wouldn't it be better if it was in, this is Brian Luna's voice. See, this isn't Brian Luna's voice.
11 Coyote Mustang. Hell no. I was asking about the age I remember because I'm caught between an SBF swap or an FE swap for an S197, depending on which build I choose to do next.
Let me see. Who else? This is Dakota. This is this Dakota? This is Dakota. Let me see Dakota.
11 Coyote Mustang? Hell no. I was asking about the age I remember because I'm caught between an SBF swap or an FE swap for an S197, depending on which build I choose to do next.
Okay, and then we're going to do Farley. Farley, I would believe.
11 Coyote Mustang? Hell no. I was asking about the age I remember because I'm caught between an SBF swap or an FE swap for an S197, depending on which build I choose to do next.
An FE swap, he says. Boy, there's some stupid ass motherfucker right there, bro. Holy shit. An FE swap. Unreal. Unreal. To Michael Jackson's voice. I love Turvy out there. Big dreams. And again, he reminds me of my brother. Again, guys, you know the story with my brother. Had a Mazda Protege 5. Just that sentence alone should tell you everything. And he's like, I want to twin turbo it with all-wheel drive. What are you going to use for the all-wheel drive system? I don't know. I'll just make something up. So, in my opinion, the way I look at it is he would have probably have put the Mazda Protege 5 body on top of a half-ton pickup truck frame and said that's an all-wheel drive swap. Give him JJ the Boss's voice. Yeah, okay. JJ the Boss. Here we go. I'm going to fix it so it makes sense. JJ the Boss. Here we go. JJ the Boss. And I'm going to fix the AJE. So I'm going to put a space between the A, the J, and the E. SBF, FE, 11 Coyote Mustang. Okay, here we go. So it should say AJE.
11 Coyote Mustang? Hell no. I was asking about the AJE, I remember, because I'm caught between an SBF swap or an FE swap for an S197, depending on which build I choose to do next.
I would love to hear that conversation at Waffle House. He's a line cook, right? So he's there making the eggs and the grits. He's like, and then let me actually make it make sense. S197. Cause it's more streeter. It's more streeter. Okay, so he's cooking at Waffle House, right? Hey, Waffle House, I appreciate you co-signing that loan for me. That was really sweet. Hey, Terry, what do you think about this?
11 Coyote Mustang? Hell no. I was asking about the AJA member because I'm caught between an SBF swap or an FE swap for an S197, depending on which build I choose to do next, because it's more streeter.
What do you think? Huh? Oh, no, fuck the Coyote. What? You don't want cheesy eggs anymore? You want them over easy? Oh, do you know these people are just wasting my time. Cheesy eggs are gone. So what do you think about that, Terry? Oh, I can build a small block Ford S197. Alex, you're more street. Actually, there was a guy online offered me an S197 with a big inch small block Ford turbo swap, deep impact blue, for my GT500. I go, sure. And $20,000. You're offering me a GT with a small block Ford. Cool. Give me $20,000 on top of that, and you can have my Shelby. I'm sorry. I'd rather that car if it was a Coyote with this, because look, it had aftermarket tuning, and it looks like I'm grabbing someone else's project. No, thank you. Fake Turvy, let's put our heads together and get some AI-generated voice for his videos. Turvy is starting a Waffle House racing team. Right. He holds car meets at the Waffle House like Burnout for Waffle. Which website do you use for AI? 11labs.io. If you go here, 11labs.io, I cloned so many voices. I cloned Dakota. I cloned Brandon. I cloned JJ the Boss. I cloned Shelby. I cloned Elon Musk. So 11labs.io. I pay. Look, I got 93,739 left, meaning I pay a monthly nut to have access to this just for comedy's sake. So if you guys say, "Well, Alex, where does the money go that you make from the shows?" I put it right back into shows for content. Like, you don't think it costs money to have the editing software, the 11labs.io software? Like, I have to pay a monthly nut in order to get all that stuff in there. Do you know what I'm saying? All right, let's give away some shirts. Large, extra large, YDB t-shirts. Large, extra large, YDB t-shirts. Which stadium did YOLO Douchebag do a Spartan race in? Go. Which stadium did YOLO Douchebag do a Spartan race in? Go. Again, large, extra large, YDB t-shirts. Which stadium did YOLO Douchebag do a Spartan race in? Go from there. So yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see if Turvy actually goes out there and buys an S197. He'll have two dead-ass project cars. Joe Jackson wins. Fenway, Joe Jackson, let me know what shirt size you want. So, Joe Jackson, verify who you are. ydbtforlife@gmail.com. ydbtforlife@gmail.com. And you win a shirt. It'll be... Now, some of you have asked, would I sell these shirts? I was in the garage. I found like 30 more shirts in a box. Apparently, I was going to give a bunch of them away somewhere, but I found 30 more shirts in a box. Once I inventory them, would you guys be interested in buying these shirts? It'd be $20. Shipping is $8. I make $12 a shirt. So if you guys, and they're large or extra large, that's it. Large or extra large. If you guys are interested in buying them, let me know, and I'll try to go out there and figure out how many I have left. And then the giveaways are giveaways. I have a couple giveaway shirts left, and I found like 30 more shirts in a box in a garage. So I wanted to see if I can just basically sell those real quick. Just get them out of my $20. So Joe Jackson says, I won it recently so it can go to the second winner. Corey Grayley. Uh-oh, Corey. We got to do something, Corey. So Corey, you're a big boy. So you win. So you can either give the shirt to somebody or whatever, but all I have is large or extra large. So Corey Grayley's the second one that says Fenway Park. John Bailey said Boston. You got to name the stadium. He said Boston. So Corey Grayley, you win. So Corey Grayley, we got to figure something out for you. So Corey Grayley, because Joe Jackson said he just won. Corey Grayley wins, so it's going to be an extra large. So I'll just send you an extra large, and we'll see how all that goes. Okay, so finish this sentence. For those of you that know the show real well, finish this sentence. KC. Finish it. Finish it. Finish it. Corey Greeley says, send it to someone else. Okay, who's the third one? No one else guessed it. Someone said basketball. Okay, so I'll give it to John Bailey. John Bailey, you get the shirt. John, I think he won something already. So John Bailey, so Corey Grayley doesn't want it. Joe Jackson doesn't want it. John Bailey, if you want it, verify who you are. Jesus Perez. Oh, no. JD Swag. JD, you already won. You already won. You're good. So we're going to give it to Jose Perez. Or Jesus Perez. Same thing. Jesus Perez. You win. Larger, extra large, ydbtflap@gmail.com. Again, John Bailey, because Joe Jackson and Corey didn't want it. So John Bailey, if you want the shirt, you get it. You have to verify who you are, John Bailey. I think I probably already sent you something. And Jesus Perez, you won with the KC526, finishing the sentence. So we're done there. If you guys want to buy those shirts, let me know. If not, I'll just keep giving them away. It don't matter to me. Angel says, what's up, dude? Make pillowcase with it or a seat cover. You could have just hung it up somewhere because it's like an old school shirt. Yogan Late says, I would buy a shirt ASAP. I got to figure out how many I have. So this is what we're going to do. After the show's over, I'm going to count how many shirts I have that are not being given away yet. If I have like 10 large and 10 extra large, I'll say I have 20 shirts total, 10 large, 10 extra large. Whoever orders first gets them first, and once I'm out, I'll refund the money if you paid after the fact. But I will only have 30. So I'll give out my PayPal info if you guys want those shirts. I'm gonna stuff them in bags right after the show so that they're ready to ship, and I'll just sit here and ship them out. Just to get them out of my life, because I know those are the original first time print YDBT shirts that I did back in the day. And again, guys, if you go to Teespring, because what's his name? The Bryson Witt was the one that actually came up with the design for the woke. Well, the lady did the woke shit in the front. Bryson Witt came up with the Transformer, whatchamacallit, what do you call it? The Transformer Farley China situation. How do I look at my stores? There we go. Look at my stores, view store. So if you want to buy this shirt, okay, 7 of you bought it last week. So this shirt, I think, it's funny because Bryson Witt came up with the artwork, and the little lady did the front stuff. So, yep, this is a Transformer with Farley's head in front of a China flag. So fitting. And the front has a Ford logo with the word woke in the front. It's a little expensive, but the material is really nice. The only reason I had to set that price is I get $3 a shirt. So you can go ahead, grab it. It's just a really nice material shirt. It's not cotton. It actually fits nice. If you want to buy some of these, and again, we got a bunch of other crap in there. I got the GT500 snack pack shirt and a bunch of other bullshit. But again, this is the stuff I put up there because I can't stock a bazillion of these. It's just too difficult to stock all that stuff. So where is the sponsors? There we go. Let's get back to it. Okay, Alex, last weekend I scored a 351 short block for $300. Damn, it's a roller block motor, going stroker and dropping in my Fox body. Good for you. What's your PayPal? No, I'm not going to announce the PayPal yet. I got to count how many shirts I have. I'll put up a post. Just watch on the community tab on my channel. I got to count the shirts. Once I count the shirts and say, I have 30 of these, this many extra large, this many large, PayPal is this, $20 shipped, because they cost me $8 each shirt to ship, and we're good to go. Working on the fluffiness. Right, gotcha. Yay. Hey, I let Corey. Imagine, because Corey's a big dude. Corey drops $100. Let's say Corey drops a hundo. That's a 10th. That's an 820, 810 car. That's your motivation. I guess my name doesn't show up on the chat. Yes, it does. Nitrous and Bias Plies. Does it? Let me see. Did you say it first? Nitrous and Bias Plies. Nitrous and Bias Plies. It says CA. 1985. Nitrous and Bias Plies. No, you didn't. Any fake Turvy. Mostrita. Yeah, it shows up. I see it, but I don't. You weren't there. Like, you didn't answer anything before anyone else, because Jesus Perez had it before you. See, Jesus Perez, then you. So Jesus Perez, and look, if you guys want to dispute it, I'm going to show you my screen. See, Jesus Perez, then you. Jesus Perez, then you. So no, don't blame me, brother. He got better internet. He ain't on that cricket shit. Baltron. Yes, Baltron. It's Voltron, but it was Baltron. Exactly. Walter Hoffman. No, we are not doing a show Tuesday. Understand, everyone on the chat, we are not doing a show Tuesday. We're doing a show tomorrow. I do not want to do a show at 8 o'clock on July 4th. You guys are going to be out looking at fireworks, especially Eastern Standard Time people. So we will do a show tomorrow at 8 p.m. Tomorrow, again, guys, tomorrow, 8 p.m., we'll do a show because I work tomorrow, so might as well just make it a work show. I have Tuesday off because of America's birthday, the best nation on earth. And if you don't think so, get the fuck out of this nation. Look at what's happening in France right now. Look at what's happening in France. That's the future of this country if we let all this illegal shit happen. People just coming in and just revolting and fucking up cities. Bro, that's this nation in about 5 years if we let that shit go unchecked. You'll see. That's what happened in France. Open borders. That's what you get with open borders. People not assimilating and blowing shit up. I like that lunch shirt you got. Nice little golf shirt. These are great. They gave it to us when we started working there. They gave us 2. We used to do a lot of events. See, Lund Racing, I think, figured out that we don't need to do all these events. We don't need to go to PRI. We don't need to go to SEMA. We don't need to go to any of these events because it doesn't benefit us. Lund Racing, I think, is looked at as a necessary evil by a lot of these companies. Like, we don't like them. Why? Why? Because we dominate the market. We dominate the Coyote market, and it's only getting more dominant. So at the end of the day, they go, well, we got to do business with them because there's a lot of people out there that I'm sure these companies would rather support. But we have over 3,000 customers on one platform. If other platforms were to come in, those customers would merge, but the new customers that are being tuned by other people. Look, after the last round of BS, where people found out that y'all are getting Lund tuned if it's Gen tuned down, regardless whether the name on the ticket system, it's a Lund tune. So a lot of people switched. And once one tuner left another company, I don't even know why the fuck y'all were loyal to that. Like, I'm blown away that you guys were loyal to that, dude. Like, mind blown. Like, mind blown. But whatever. Y'all came over and you were like, I had no idea. No words. No words. Beautiful buzzing. No, they should have sent a poet. They should have sent a poet. If you know the movie that's from, I might give you a shirt. They were like, I had no idea the car could idle. I had no idea the car could shift this good. I had no idea the shifts would hit at 7,500 RPMs on the money like a robot. So imagine all these people. Let's say a new platform comes in, a new software platform comes in and says, hey, come on in. Let's get some tuning done. All those people. No, I don't think so. Nitrous Bias Play. No, I think AED has his own shit because he hates us so much. He probably friendly, but he hates Lund. Like, he hates him. So I don't think he'd ever use anything Lund. He doesn't need to steal shit. He knows his shit, but he hates Lund. So he would absolutely never use a Lund file. I'm lucky I got Mom Tuesday off. Companies, right? Batman taking over France, right? Give us bumble swipes. So anyway, if a new platform were to come in, all those people that get tuned by other people would say, let me at least try a Lund tune. Oh shit. Like, there's a guy that posted something and he's like, you know what? Normally I can figure out what's wrong with the tuner's tune. But for some reason, I can't pinpoint what the issue is with any Lund tune. How did you guys, Jerry? I love you, Jerry. Holy shit, Jerry. You and I should be friends. The fact that you know what movie that quote is from, where she sees I forget the name of the star, but she is like blown away how beautiful and celestial it was. And she was like, I had no idea that the universe could be this beautiful. So that's how it is when Lund haters finally buckle down and buy a Lund tune and had no idea that their car was capable of driving so well. And I see it every day in the ticket system. I had no idea. Why the hell was I loyal to this guy? I don't know. Because someone posted a funny meme? Like, you guys would get tuned by somebody? Hell, you know what's the greatest thing about YOLO Douchebag? The greatest legacy that YOLO Douchebag left behind is the fact that a guy that never tuned, ever, was getting tune requests nonstop. Yeah, no, I always give him his flowers. I mean, I always give him his flowers, but he's a hater. But I always give him his flowers when it comes to his tuning ability. I never said Sean doesn't know how to tune. Never. Never, ever. That guy can tune. Absolutely. Is there much to gain from E85 from race gas on a nitrous Gen 1? Boy, I don't think so. I haven't seen a measurable, unless you're measuring EGTs. Unless you're measuring EGTs, I don't think you could see a huge difference. When will you tell the story about the first stint at Lund? Will it be members only or public? No, that'll be public because look, a lot of people did not look good during the first stint at Lund. And I want to make sure it doesn't rub people the wrong way, but it's my story to tell. It's my experience. And I don't want people to take away from that story that certain people are bad people. But, you know, when you stand back and look at how everything went down, there was only one victim. And that one victim had nothing to do with what transpired. But what it did was it made you realize, okay, this industry is cutthroat, and you have to, boy, I'm trying not to step on toes here. If you want to be in this industry, the tuning industry, you have to have super thick skin and you can't burn any bridges. That's the one. You can't burn any bridges. When I left VMP, I didn't burn that bridge. I said, I'm leaving. You just don't pay enough. Like, if VMP would have paid me what I think I was worth at the time, maybe my tuning ability did not warrant the money I wanted. But everything else on top of that, my promotion abilities, my shit talking abilities, the popularity, I can funnel people into VMP. And they were barely paying me $40,000 a year. $40,000 a year. I said, bro, I cannot live on this in Florida. I just can't. I wanted literally double that. And they weren't willing to give me that. So I'm like, all right, bounce. Lund had an opening and they gave me what I wanted. And then some. I was like, peace. But I didn't burn the bridge. I said, I'm going to give you a notice. Boom, 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 notice. And I was out. Joe Goodenough left recently. Why do you think he left? You think Joe Goodenough can't make $150,000 out there? Joe Goodenough can make $250,000 a year if he wants. If Joe Goodenough gets a dyno and does remote tuning, Joe Goodenough can make $250,000 a year because his work ethic is top notch. His tuning is very good. He just doesn't have full access to everything like Lund does. And he is a old school smart fella who can tune shit. He can tune 2 valves, 3 valves, Cobras, Coyotes, F-150s, Gen 1, 2, 3. Just on the 2 valve, 3 valve, and early GT500 stuff, he could kill it. So Joe probably said, you know what? I'm sick and tired of working for peanuts. I'm gone. And I support his decision, and whatever he needs in the future, if I can help, I will help him because he is a great guy and a competitor, right? Joe Goodenough is a competitor. Joe Goodenough is literally in competition with Lund Racing if he decides to tune. I would still support him because he's that good of a dude. So don't say I hate all other competitors. I hate competitors that talk shit on Lund and are hacks and frauds. Vega, exactly. Very good. The Vega star system. Yeah, meme tunes. Like, YOLO Douchebag was a meme. And people were like, yo, I love your shit. Can I get tuned by you? Hey, bro, are you psycho? People want all the sauce, all the cheap, which is why they don't get a Lund tune right on the gate. They find out the hard way. Truth is truth. They can't handle the truth. Do both at the same time. I so recommend it. One of the golden rules of the business world is never burn a bridge. You never know when you'll have to cross it. Always good to give a notice regardless of how you feel in the moment. Never burn bridges you might have to cross again. I've been rewatching all of your old VMP videos. Those are great. If you got like, okay, this is what I realized right off the bat. I am not going to make big money at VMP. I am not going to be rich. I am not going to be successful. Once I realized that I am not going to succeed here, I said the side hustle has to take over. So you guys started seeing me post all the time. I'm on the dyno. On VMP time, I'm on the dyno. I'm making videos for my own shit. On VMP time, I'm making videos for me. Why? I'm doing my job. I'm promoting VMP and I'm funneling money into my YouTube shit. And my channel had, I don't know if I still do, more subscribers than theirs. And again, that's not really to say much, but when you compare apples to apples, you got to look at Ford channels. They have 39,100 subscribers and 805 videos. My channel has 64,000 and 1.3 thousand videos. So I said, that's how I'm going to make some money. And all of a sudden I started making a couple grand a month on YouTube. And I saw, there we go. A couple grand on YouTube. That's nice side hustle. I can afford another car. And that's when I decided to buy the red car. And I said, let me buy the red car from them. I bought the red car from them. Got hosed on the deal. Big time. But I didn't care. Because I saw this as YouTube money. And let me just shut up, pay up, and the YouTube videos can pay. And then I started going to Texas 2K. Then I started racing, and that car, you can really say that car took me to the next level. But the black car was the OG that made me the money. But I said, I'm not going to make money here. There is no money here. There's no money to be made here. So I'm going to make my own money. And once the Lund situation came about, I jumped ship. Yes, Gene Gray was from the VMP days. One of the first that was black Roush with the white letter tires and the dyno. Correct. A Comp Cam Stage 3 Roush on the 85 with like 11 pounds of boost made 730 or 750 real horsepower with an illuminator. And that guy was ecstatic. Now I think he's tied in with the whole Mustang Lifestyles crew. The guy who used to own that car was like a rich guy, had his own electrician business up north. And I think he ended up getting tied up with the Mustang Lifestyle dudes, and you know, whatever, you know, good for him. If he's happy, then you getting some popularity, cool. But boy, the only thing, and then he realized racing sucked. Yeah, exactly. The only thing that made me survive, meaning I couldn't pay my bills unless I was doing the YouTube stuff during the VMP days. I just couldn't pay my bills. Yeah, exactly. He's Mustang Lifestyle guy, so I'm like, whatever. Like he doesn't understand how much of a cuck ass channel that is, but whatever. He wants to, you know, attach himself to cuck ass shit. He can. It's all good. It's all good. So yeah, once I got out of there, I didn't burn that bridge. Actually, they wanted okay, it was weird. So when I went to work for VMP, I used to work for Lund, and I was under a non-compete. There was a phone call that took place that allowed me to work at VMP. Then another phone call had to take place between the two head honchos in order for me to work for Lund again. Now, I'm telling you, it's flattering as hell to have someone say, I don't care what contract you got, I want him. But it's a completely different thing to say, he's under contract, you better call me to get my permission. And I'm like, ugh. So you want to talk about stress? That's why when you look back at the VMP videos, I was skinny. But it wasn't like a good skinny. It was like, I am stressed the fuck out skinny. I don't have any money. I lost a relationship because of it. Literally lost a relationship because of the whole traveling and all the bullshit. And then the job goes away and I have to now basically suck dick for another 2 years just to stay afloat. That was horrendous. But once you realize this industry isn't all sprinkles and rainbows, you at least can, there is money to be made here, but the money has to be via a side hustle. There is no money directly working for this industry. Like a lot of you guys go, okay, I want to work for any company that's in the racing world, even if I have to sweep the floors. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't tell a company, I'll sweep the floors just to be around race cars. You know why? Because that's all you'll do is sweep the floors. You will not become a sales guy and then somehow end up on the like American Muscle racing videos. And even those guys are stressed out. Ask Justin Dugan. I'd love to have interview him. Ask him how difficult it is to film, install, edit, put a good face on, constantly film, constantly video, constantly putting content out there. It is stress city. I don't know how he does it, to be honest with you. Yeah, I cannot eat a salad. Stressed and couldn't eat, skinny. Been there, even though I've always been skinny. Alex with the Craigslist ads in the VMP days. Exactly. Absolutely. I'll catch a replay later, says XTS Mar. By the way, I got my shirt last week. I shipped out 3 more shirts yesterday. So right after the show, I'm going to go count how many shirts I got left. If I got like 30 shirts left, I'll put up a link to my PayPal. And what I'll do is I'll take your payments, put your address if you do decide to buy a shirt. I'll get them out and that'll be it. Like that'll be it for the shirts. Like it'll be done. And then we can get back after it. Again, $20 shipped. That's literally $12 profit a shirt. Not really profit because it cost me $3,000 or so to get those shirts. What's next now that you got the motor and the trans in the GT500? The pedals. The car does not have the 3 pedals. It has 2 pedals. So I have to get the pedals in there, the reservoir, the master, the line, all the electrical, the blower, the cooling, all that stuff has to be put in. That is a huge undertaking. But I'm going to try to bolt up the transmission and the cross member today and start on the cooling system, then put the blower on and the fuel rails. Boy, after that, it's just pedals and start it. Hey, Alex, got my 2020 GT, blows bluish white smoke. Yeah, you probably smoked it, bro, Coyote. You probably smoked bluish white smoke. You smoked it. You either got ringland issue or you probably got a ringland issue or a head gasket issue. No, it shouldn't blow any smoke. Mr. Big says Gen 1 1982, Gen 3R 1050s, pump gas, BAP, 88mm pulley. Can I live a long life if I race maybe 10 times a year? 10 PSI? Yeah, I don't think it'll be a problem. 10 or 11 PSI. Alex, watching anything new on Netflix? No, there's nothing new on Netflix that I like at all. I'm watching The Boys on Amazon. What a great show. What an amazingly good show. I had no idea The Boys was that good. It's sick. It's crazy. It's awesome. There was a scene where it's a superhero show, but they're engineered superheroes where they have this thing called Compound V and they inject it into babies and these people end up being superhuman, supermen. And one of them, Homelander, is like the strongest of the Supermen and they have to like keep him on a tight leash because he'll literally go apeshit. Anyway, VOD International uses these guys to make money. Films, movies, and crime fighting, and they shake down, mayors to say, hey, this guy can defend your city for this much money. So basically, it's a corporation that makes superhumans that uses them to make money. In one of the scenes, one of the superhumans is able to shrink himself. He's gay. He shrunk himself into the guy's penis. And while he was inside the guy's penis, he sneezed and became full size and broke the guy from the inside out. Whoa! Gory, nasty. The Boys on Amazon is probably the best series I've seen in an extremely long time. Is there a way to drain out the fuel and tank Gen 1 while switching fuels without driving the car empty? Yes. If you're a Lund tune, we can send a tune called a pump drain or tank drain tune. What that does is we kick the pumps on with the key on. It's a duty cycle thing. So you key on with the tune flash, the pumps stay running. So you hook up a hose to the rail and just drain it that way. If you're Lund tune, request a tank drain tune. Hopefully all the connectors are still there from the clutch switch. Yeah, no shit. Is it hard to add the pedals? No. It is a good show. Alex, for your new merch, any thoughts on a Tony-themed shirt? Look, there's probably like 3 people that'll buy it, so maybe. Gen 3 NA boosted manual build series coming soon. Yes, Gen 3 NA 10R80 is the next video I'm going to make because that's the one that's most requested. So today or tomorrow, I'm going to try to hammer out a Gen 3 10R80 NA build series video. How to go 11s, 10s, and 9s. Because I don't think 8s are attainable, but no one has done it yet. But you just got to get the car super light and have an exotic fuel. Then I'll do MT82. Then I'll do boosted of those, and I should be wrapped up with that. Then we can go on to other stuff like clutch selection. The build series videos are great. Not a lot of people watch them, but the people that do watch them, watch it for the full, like the views per video, like the minutes, is always high. So I said, I don't care if 2,000 people watch it. If you watch 9 minutes of a 10-minute video, I'm good. I'm late on that show, but I'm not going to watch it. Look, the best thing about that show is now that it's been almost on season 4, I watched all 3 seasons over a week. What I did was I was working and I had it on in the background and I would look over, da-da-da-da-da. It's a great show. Like some people still haven't seen Breaking Bad. They put him in a bag of Coke. Yes, I saw that. Running 110 octane on my Roush Phase 280mm build and is not running as fast as 93 octane. I'll send it along. Yeah, that's weird. It should. It should run quicker. Are the whiteboard series over with? No, but the build series seems to be better. Then I'll go over to white. Like I want to do fuel slosh on the whiteboard series video. I like the whiteboard videos, but again, time. So once I get a little more time, like when I have a vacation, guys, that's when I pump out like 20 videos. Like while I'm working on the GT500 and the ZR1 and all these other cars, I can only make about 3 videos a week. Imagine if I had this full time, I'd make 20 videos a week. I tend to watch the whole video while I'm at work for the build series, even though none will really apply with my car. I almost finished Yellowstone. Pretty damn good show. I don't think I'll ever get into Yellowstone. All right, guys. I'm out of here. So right now, Homeland. Yes, Homeland. Very good show. I'm going to get counting shirts. Check periodically for my on my YouTube page, the community post. I'll put up a post of how many shirts I have. I'll put up a PayPal link, $20, extra large or large. That's it. If you want to buy them, great. I would send a PayPal link. In the link, make sure that if you do pay, put your size, name, address very clearly so I can send you a shirt. I probably have about 20 or 30 left. I'll count them right now and get out of here. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'll be back on tomorrow because I will not work during America's birthday on July 4th, Tuesday. So tomorrow, we're going to do Talking Shit Monday. Get you try to get a giveaway going. We'll see. I'll find something to give away that you guys will like that's worth a couple $100 just to keep the giveaway going for the members only. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Enjoy your Sunday. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 8 o'clock p.m. for Talking Shit. See you later.